Hi, I'm Rob with ATM Home Inspection, and we're starting a series of videos for YouTube. And the first one we're going to start is what is a good inspector? What type of inspector do you need? And how should a home inspection go for you? So we're with, as you can see here, ATM Home Inspection. We've got our phone number and everything there. How to find us if you would like to use us. Right now we do inspections from Wichita, Kansas, to Kansas City metro area and the St. Louis metro area. We do all the cities in between. We go down as far as Lake of the Ozarks, and we go as far north as St. Joseph area. So we do a pretty big area. We have inspectors that work for us. My wife and I own the business, and we inspect together. We are both certified inspectors. We are with ASHI, which we believe that all inspectors should be affiliated in some way with an organization, whether it be ASHI or InterNASHI. They both require training, CEs, etc. And you want an inspector that has been through a training, because there are some states that require nothing. You could be a banker yesterday and a home inspector tomorrow. You want someone with experience. You want someone that has done multitudes of inspections, thousands in our case, and that has a very good inspection process. Now, for us, when we do an inspection, we use a checkoff type of inspection form. A checkoff type of inspection form starts like this, and you can see there's got sections here. You've got grounds, exterior, roof, garage, kitchen. You've got all kinds of different sections there. And each one of those sections, you put in the information. Some of the sections, like this one right here, if you look at the bottom right down here, it has got subsections. Okay? And as you open up a section, you can see how this one is service walk. It gives you what it's made out of. You put pictures into it. You put comments into it. So the report is pretty lengthy and it gives you a lot of information. Now you can also get a narrative. A narrative is a type of inspection. It's like a mini book. And what they do is the inspector walks around, snaps some pictures, and just puts it into a form, and you'll get about 30 pages of a report that is blah, blah, blah. And out of that 30 pages, probably half of it is CYA. If you don't know what CYA is, just shoot me a little note and I'll be more than happy to explain that to you. It's I'll let you put that A word in, whatever you would like. So with ours, you get a lot of information. Now, do we have our disclaimers and our CYA? Well, yes, we do. I mean, you have to today. It's a sue everybody world. So with us, we like to give you more information. A lot of inspectors will take and say, go sit in the corner. The inspection is going to take anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 hours, sometimes longer, depending on the size of the home. But as you go through, a good inspector will say, follow us, ask questions. Now, we won't let you get on the roof with us, but other than that, we let you follow us around and ask the questions that you would like to ask. We explain what's going on with their home. We tell you why we look at what we do, how we look at what we do, and how things affect it. Now, all inspections should be a visual inspection, and they should tell you this. And it will, obviously, in the CYA part or the disclaimers, which ours does. But we can't tear apart things. It's a visual inspection. We're not allowed to move their stuff, because you move something, you break it, you get to pay for it. Same with this. If you are a buyer and you're buying the home and we're in here inspecting for you as a buyer, well, then if we were to try and we say, oh, there's problems around a window frame, or there's cracking up at the ceiling, how come it's doing that? Well, we don't get to rip the walls out and look there. So that's why it's a visual inspection. Now, a good inspector with experience can usually tell you why those cracks are there and what's going on and what's caused them and what's going on with it and what to do with it. But that's why we say follow us around, because you get to learn. So our inspections, again, we ask you to follow us around. We give you more information. Now, a lot of the stuff you talk about doesn't go into that report, because just putting in the basics and pictures inside there will be, like I said, a 35, 45 page inspection for a 1,500 to 2,000 square foot home. Now, your home inspection should include the roof, the attic, the basement, the foundation, the exterior, interior, all your different rooms, your kitchen, etc., the windows, plumbing, electrical, heating, cooling. So all those things should get covered. And most inspection companies shouldn't charge you separately for those. Now, some do, but most of them don't, and that's usually included in a home inspection itself. Usually you pay for the inspection at the time of the inspection. Now, there are some companies out there that'll let you pay at closing through the closing company, but most won't. Because I know for us, we've had where we did the inspection, we're supposed to be paid at closing. The people backed out of the home for whatever reason, for what we found, and we had to go fight the battle to get it. So most inspectors won't do that unless there's some card on file or something like that. Or they've been working with the realtor for a long time and the realtor guarantees that you're going to get paid. Because we get paid for our knowledge. And that's the whole point of the inspection. Usually you get the inspection right there at inspection time, or it is, in our case, we create the inspection. We have to go home, make sure my wife looks at it, I look at it. If we have the people that are inspecting for us, we look at their inspections. And even still, there's, missing periods, excuse me, missing periods, a comment that shouldn't be there, or like in our case, we use where we can dictate to our unit. And sometimes the inspection, when we say that a deck needs to be worked on, it'll use some male body part and put something stupid in there. So we look at it, and that's why we try not to give the inspection out right there at the inspection process. Now, sometimes those kind of words will slip through anyway, because once again, 40, 50-page inspection, it's boring. So because it's boring, we take and we make it easier. We make it easy for me. That's one of the reasons we use a checkoff list, because it makes it easy for me. It's adopted my head a lot when I was a kid, and I need simple stuff. So we use a simple one that we can put in there. So we use a checkoff list, as I showed you before. Within that, as we go through, we take and we have to put in commas. We have to put narratives in it, the pictures, explain what the pictures are. We'll put pictures of the driveway section. We'll put pictures of the rooms in the room sections. If there's something wrong, sometimes we put pictures in just to show you, because you go out and you see 30, 40 homes, and it's like you get home and what did that house look like? So we put pictures in there, and we usually put between, I want to say 100 to 200 pictures. We try to keep it to 200 pictures, and a good inspection company should put 75, 80, 100, 150 pictures into your report. Just one reason for CYA. The other is that when you go look at a lot of homes, you forget what you're looking at. You forget what the house looked like, and they all start to run together. So we put a lot of pictures in there, and it takes us time to go in and put little attic, problem in attic, missing insulation, whatever it may be. You understand what I'm talking about. So a good inspector would do all those things. Once you get the report, which is usually within 24 to 36 hours. Some inspectors are longer, but usually it's 24 to 36 hours of completing the inspection. You get the inspection back. Then we ask you to read it. We ask you to go through it, look at the summary page, and then call us with any questions you may have. Now, there are other types of inspections out there. The different types of inspections that you would get would be a regular home inspection. You have new build inspections, where you've got a contractor that's building this home, and you want a pre-occupancy inspection. Now, you would think with a contractor that they don't miss anything. Well, we can tell you they do. So you have the pre-build, pre-occupancy. You have an 11 months inspection. You bought the home. You've lived there for a year, and now you get your final walkthrough before the warranty's up. We call that 11-month inspection. We help you make that hit list of things that needs to get worked on. Then we have inspections for contractors. We have inspections for investors. And we also do FHA, VA, and those types of loan are inspections also. Now, those are different than a regular inspection by a little bit. And why they're different is because if you are doing a FHA or VA, or we call them alphabet loan purchases, then the appraiser, when they come out to tell you how much the home is worth, they'll do an FHA or VA loan. Inspection for there. And what they're looking at is the safety issues. Do you have railing that's loose? Do you have this that's bad? You have steps that don't have any railing, loose rails on the deck, wires hanging out of a wall. We find all those things. So they'll come and look at that too. And that's a different kind of inspection. We talk about it just a little bit differently to you, and we make sure and point those things out that we expect to find, or that we expect an FHA or VA appraiser to find. And those things usually have to be repaired before the loan will be approved and go through. The lending institution won't let you have it until that's gone through. Then the other type of home inspection that we do is for the seller, where a person would take and say, we've lived in our house for 15 years, we're thinking about selling it, or we just want to know the condition of it. And we go in and we look at that. And then what they do is they'll take that inspection, they'll repair things, show you the inspection report and say, we did this, we're not doing that. And it helps save you from possibly having to do an inspection as a buyer. But then they know what they're talking about, and it helps the negotiation scenario a little easier, because there's not you negotiate and then come back and then here you get your inspector and we find a whole bunch of things that are wrong. So there's how an inspection should operate. And the different other types of inspections you may need would be a radon inspection, a source scope inspection, a termite inspection, mold inspection, and then some companies even do infrared for how well your home is insulated and how energy efficient it is. Now, at this point in time, we don't do the energy efficiency or the infrared, but we do a radon, termite, source scope, and mold inspection. And most home inspectors will charge you by the square foot of the home. And they should have a breakdown of that, so you could be able to call them and get a quote from you. So there's my part about ATM home inspection, what type of inspector you should want, and what type of inspection you should have, and what to be looking for from an inspector. With that, we'll be doing several of these little vignettes, and we'll do them on different subjects. What is a radon inspection? What's a termite inspection? What's a driveway speech? Those types of things. So with that, I'm not going to keep you here forever. I'm going to let you go today, and we'll come back and we'll have more spots. So keep tuned to the ATM Home Inspection channel, and we'll be more than happy to talk to you. And once again, once you see one of these, if you want to ask questions, you can shoot us a little blurb, or you can email us or text us, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions for you. Thank you. Have a great day.